Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Stephanie Miller Show. I'm walking on sunshine. I'm walking on
Oh, everybody. Happy Friday. Yep. Looky here. Job market heats up in April. Unemployment rate drops to 6.3%.
Yeah.
Obamacare just saved the U.S. economy from contraction, reads another headline. You know what that means?
What?
Benghazi. Yep, sure enough. There's a headline. New Benghazi emails could derail Hillary in 2016.
Fox News was all over that yesterday.
Good luck with this. I think, you know what, we better get ready.
Benghazi.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
This has been a test of the right-wing troll notification system. Had this been an actual issue, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area for half-baked information. This concludes this test of the right-wing troll notification system.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, Jim, speaking of which, who said our Democratic friends, for the most part, have been in the tank over Benghazi? The scumbags are the people in the White House who lied about this. Yikes.
Glenn Beck.
No, good guess, though.
Senator Lindsey Graham. Oh, my God.
Senator Huckleberry Butch me up.
Yes.
Wow. He's getting heat.
Let me show you how it's done in a manly way.
He's really butching up. Somebody's getting teabagged. Wowee. Only one man to go to now. Yeah.
Just all right.
He's not just all right. He's fine. Good morning, John Fugelsang.
That's kind of what that meant in the 60s.
Good morning. I'm John Fugelsang. I was wrong about impeaching Clinton and invading Iraq and Obama not being born in America. And I used to be mad that George Bush was worried about 9/11 and ignored it, and that 60 people were killed in embassy attacks during the Bush years and Republicans didn't care. But now that I'm high on Benghazi, I realize that 9/11 doesn't count as a terrorist attack, and President Bush should only be judged by what happened after that day. And that's nothing compared to the blood Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton have on their hands for plotting and carrying out the Benghazi attack. Because remember, blame Obama, blame Clinton, just don't ever blame the terrorists. Benghazi!
John Fugelsang!
For the win.
Gentlemen, for the win!
FTW.
Nothing but net. And by the way, those cheers are from Chicago theaters still. Fugelsang has left the building, my friends.
That was quite a crowd in Chicago.
Wow.
It was.
Wowee. What a time was had by all. John Fugelsang. Wow. That was, see what you just did there? That's why you are the Fugelsangian one. I mean, it really is incredible, right? You go, two good news for America headlines. It's like going to be all Benghazi all the time, right?
Yep, as long as you don't ever blame the terrorists. That's the one rule, Republicans, don't forget. And don't ever mention the fact that it was the CIA and Petraeus that authored the theory about the video.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this really is incredible. It becomes a joke where you think, oh, no, they're not going to bring this up again. And, here we go, right? The president's...
Well, what are they going to do, come up with new ideas? They still have to keep the trickle-down going.
I know. Here he is, Jake Harney, yesterday.
The talking points that Ambassador Rice used,
oh, here we go
again, produced by the intelligence community for members of Congress, and in the interest of having everybody use the same information used by the administration and Ambassador Rice on those Sunday shows, were divulged.
How many smoking guns can we have? It's this is the hot. Now it's the right. I mean, John, honestly, this is like we were just reading stories yesterday. They really thought Obamacare was going to be a slam dunk, and it is incredible. The one I'm reading this morning.
Exploding birdseed.
Yeah, Obamacare just saved the U.S. economy from contraction.
Damn it!
The U.S. economy teetered on the brink of contraction in the first quarter, one thing stood out: healthcare spending increased at the fastest pace in more than 3 decades. That surge attributed to the implementation of President Obama's healthcare law. Because of Obamacare, the nation narrowly avoided its first decline in output in 3 years. GDP growth would have been negative were it not for healthcare spending. And then the real stories are starting to come out, John, and people are starting to use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
About,
Exactly right. And, again, it's like these guys have nothing to run on. They have no new ideas. The important thing to drill into the heads of all your Republican friends, Steph heads, is that they want to do exactly what Bush did and call it something else. There's no difference in economic policy between these guys and what Bush did.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, the president's Carney one more time yesterday.
What hasn't changed has been the effort by Republicans to claim a conspiracy when they haven't been able to find one.
Well, I mean, that's the main thing, John. It's as we have said over and over again, there obviously was a huge fog of confusion as this was all happening. They keep trying to make everything conspiratorial that has been disproven over and over.
But if Lindsey had been there,
I give the Obama administration credit for making it so easy for these guys to keep on harping on Benghazi. There were over 20 different protests in the Middle East at different U.S. embassies that day. At our embassy in Egypt, protesters actually swarmed the embassy. Over the video, they climbed up and pulled down the American flag and put up an Islamist flag. This was happening all over the place, and it was reasonable for Petraeus and the CIA, again, the guys who said this first and gave the notes to Susan Rice, to believe that that was what was going on. These guys are exploiting this the way they exploited 9/11 to invade Iraq. They're exploiting 9/11 2012 to attack Obama and Clinton. And it's really disgusting, and it's deeply un-American. And again, these guys don't give a damn about embassy security, or else they'd be mad at the GOP for voting down funding.
I was reading a Salon headline, John. GOP candidates freak out moment as Obamacare horror stories flop. What's left? Well, this is it. I mean, now they've moved on from Obamacare horror stories, all of which have mostly been proven bogus, and now we're back to this, right?
And they should be thrilled about Obamacare because it proves that their theory was right. The liberals wanted single payer. The Democrats wanted a public option. As we pointed out on your wonderful show many times, Steph, Obamacare is the GOP plan. It is the private market plan. It is the Mitt Romney plan, the Heritage Foundation plan, the make people pull themselves up by their bootstraps to be responsible and buy private insurance plans. I keep telling all my anti-Obamacare friends, why are you such socialists? Why do you want to go back to the days of uninsured showing up at the emergency rooms and the local taxpayers pick up the check?
Yep, exactly.
Filthy Republican socialists.
Daryl,